I was just about to film a different video, but something crazy just happened. Garrett just got the second fastest official Rubik's Cube solve of all time. Let's talk about that. Yeah, and as you can see, that was actually a pretty tame reaction from Luke. I actually expected him to get up and throw the entire venue across the planet, because that's usually what his reactions look like. But he did lose his shoe, and what you say? So anyway, he did the solve at like 10.7 TPS. It was like 3.44 seconds, so let me just show you what he did. Luke starts the solve on red cross, but we can scramble with orange on the top and green on the front to make things easier to understand. So firstly, we can notice that our cross pieces are here, 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 and here, and additionally we have this 2x1 block that we can use to form an x-cross. And we can also notice that the corresponding edge to finish the x-cross is right down here. So what Luke does to start the solve is an R prime, F, R2, and then he does a D, inserts this final cross edge so that the cross is entirely finished and it's just a D prime away from being solved. Now all he has to do to finish the x-cross is an R, U, R prime, right? Well, no, because Luke's cranium is actually 2 times larger than the average human cranium, and what he decides to do instead is do a U, and then you can see this pair in the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert this edge into the front right with an R, U2, R prime. And what this does is this separates this pair, so now it's a 3 mover into the back. And now all we have to do is align the x-cross with a D prime. Now all he needs to do is insert these two into the back for his second pair, and then for his third pair, instead of using L and U moves to pair these two up, he actually opts to do a Y2 rotation, and then pair them up with R and U moves. And this is because Luke's rotations are actually really fast, so this won't really take that much time off of his solve. So it's actually really interesting to see a lot of high TPS cubers like Shu Ruihong and Luke, who turn at such a fast speed that actually rotating might be the better option to get those R and U moves into your solves. So for his third pair, he just inserts these two into the front right, and then finally for his final pair, he spots these two, solves them like this, and that just leaves him with this OLL case. And you can do this case in one of 2 ways, one of them being the correct way. I'll give you about 5 seconds to try and figure out which one is correct. So if you guessed to do the case like this, that would actually be incorrect because you end up with a T-perm for PLL. However, when you notice that these 2 blocks are opposite, and this green matches with this vertically, then you actually do the algorithm like this, which leaves him with a PLL skip and a U prime AUF. Sets the cube down, 344, WR2 single. Just a great solve from Luke. And of course, the most impressive thing about this solve is that it's the fastest solve ever done in Ohio. As someone from Indiana myself, I'm very happy for him. The solve's been a long time coming. He's had like 100 plus unofficial sub 4s he's had on camera. And also, he has now 2 official sub 4s, and one of them is a sub U Shangdu, so it's pretty amazing. I should also mention that this solve was done with the Huameng YS3M, and yeah, it was like 10.75 TPS, I believe. And it's also the fastest solve ever with a Y2 rotation, so it's pretty awesome. I mean, my Y2 rotations themselves take like 2.5 seconds, so that would pretty much be half the solve. So yeah, just wanted to make a quick little video to reconstruct the solve. See you next time. Keep spinning your Rubik's, and so yeah. So you can also watch my last video up here, but it's not very good, so tread lightly, I guess.